You spoke a little bit about being a woman in sports, so I wanted to know what advice can you give women who are entering the sports field and how they should present themselves and be taken seriously?
I mean, in sports or really any industry, it's being professional at all times, being prepared for that meeting that might pop up. So, anyone that comes over to my desk, there's a pair of heels, there's also a pair of flats, there's a blazer to throw on. So, always being prepared for anything. If you have a client meeting in office, knowing that you may want to do drinks or dinner afterwards to continue the conversation to nurture the relationship. But really, in any industry, it's applying yourself, asking the questions, putting yourself out there, putting yourself in the running for the opportunity.
This series is focused on agency life, so what's the best thing about agency life and advice that you can give us for students wanting to go into agency life?
Agency life, I would have to say, every day is different. So you can deal with multiple clients in one day or not, work on one client in one day, or you could be on site activating an event or at a sports event activating that event or as a guest to that event. So really every day is different. So if that's not your thing, don't go for it.
How would you approach like branding or getting sponsors for like a small club sport? Look at Iona College Rugby. I'm involved in that, and I was wondering what advice could you give for club sports and how to go about getting funding and sponsoring for such clubs?
Kind of what Glenn did. He reached out to the network. So Iona has a really strong network of alumni that are in the industry. And when Glenn reached out to me to come do this dinner series event, I couldn't say no. Iona was an amazing experience for me. It built the foundation of my education. It gave me an amazing opportunity for an internship. So you have to kind of pool your resources, and I do that in my professional career. So it would be the same thing here. Always using your network.
What are some of the risks that you have to assess when you're looking to sponsor a brand or manage an athlete, for example?
See if it aligns with your brand. You have to believe in what you're doing, who you're representing, what they're about. So you've got to believe in it. But also seeing really the opportunity for the return in your investment and making sure that there's funding there and making sure that the consumer is there.
And if I'm correct, you worked with the Super Bowl committee. What role did you have in playing for that?
New York, New Jersey Super Bowl host committee was the biggest thing that happened to LeadDog at that time. It was huge. I think it was the biggest thing that happened to the city at that time. My role in that on the financial end was pre-planning and being able to manage our cash flow. There was a finish line. We knew when the event was, but really getting ahead of getting all of our vendors paid, making sure that we've been paid to take care of that, making sure that our budgets were constantly up to date because on a weekly basis, we were reporting to our client.
Any guesses who might be in the Super Bowl this year?
Not the Giants.
Not the Giants. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.